Oh, hey, you just happened to catch me standing in front of a green screen, wearing a microphone, trying on actually 3 hydration vests at one time just to see how that goes. How many of you out there have worried that you're not going to be able to hold enough hydration during the race and decide that maybe instead of carrying extra bottles, which you don't have enough pockets for, you try on several vests and you can kind of drink from this straw and maybe pull that soft flask and pull one out of the back here. Well, I'm trying to do that research here for you and see how that goes. And so as part of the Trails Collective, that's what we're going to dig into, is such good ideas like that. And maybe review some of the products that we haven't used before, and maybe you have, and or those that haven't, you kind of want to know what the deal is before you purchase it. Whether it be something like this Salomon Skin 5 set right here. You want to know what that's all about. Whether this cord gets stuck on other bottle hoses. What you can pack in the back. Maybe this Raid Light responsive vest right here, which the tubes are in pretty perfect position, I gotta say, right off the bat, and some pretty nice pole holder straps. Maybe it's this here UltrAspire vest here on the Momentum version 1 series. Or for the ladies in the house, the women's responsive vest here. Or maybe it's the Salomon Skin women's set. And so part of what we're going to do is just gear reviews. And so I'm going to reach out to those who I know put a good bit of time into their gear and really can weigh in. And whether it be friends from out in the region, or whether in the case of the UltrAspire Basham vest, the namesake Amanda Basham, who will hopefully give us a rundown on her own vest here for the Trails Collective in a bit. We're going to start off the series, so to speak. We have one out there in the Ultimate Direction hydro shorts and skin shorts already in the gear review lineup. But one that we're going to launch into with vests here with this video, reached out to a friend, Jim Lampman. Some of you may know Jim. I think he's got something like 120 or 150 ultra sign-up finishes, and probably 90% of them are 100-milers. Maybe 900 milers finished in 2019 alone. He's somebody that really has spent considerable time with his gear. The contents of what he's putting in there can really weigh in on that. So what's going to follow is Jim's rundown on the Momentum vest. I think he's used it for the past year or two, maybe, with a lot of success. He's really enjoyed it. So I reached out to him to break it down. Thanks for tuning in here today, for checking out what Jim has to say in the Momentum vest. All of these that I was just trying on, we're going to have in the Trails Collective retail or e-commerce site, which is going to go live this week, wherever we are in May 2020. So if you see something you like here, definitely consider our shop or look there to make your gear purchases in the future. So Jim, take it away and tell us about the Momentum vest.
Hi, my name is James Lampman, and I was invited by the Trails Collective to do a review and overview of features for the UltrAspire Momentum Race Vest. This guy. I've been using the vest for about 2 years now, and have used it for all races I've done and other training things. I have well over a dozen 100-mile races with it, so I've been very comfortable with it, and haven't wanted to use something else. I used a lot of things before it, but I'm glad I stumbled upon this one. It's good for a variety of uses. You can shove a fair amount of gear into it, but if you don't have it loaded down, it doesn't feel like you're wasting it. It fits very close to the body. It's very comfortable. The material, very durable. It's held up to the use I've put it through over the couple of years I've had it. The material is very breathable. You can see right through it. But even with that lightweight material, it's very strong, nice web material that they're using. It's very comfortable. The edging to it is very non-abrasive. It's something that I didn't find with prior packs. Prior packs, I had to almost wear a collared shirt so that the collar, the yoke of the pack didn't rub me something fierce. So very happy with this pack, especially materials on the sides of the pack that are going to be here and rubbing on your arms. Nice. They avoid using zippers on places where it's going to rub. So not the pack for you if you're looking for something for unsupported long runs or multi-day or stage races. There's much bigger volume packs that'll take care of that. If you're somebody that prefers to use a bladder, not the pack for you. This is something that really just supports bottles. So yeah, I figured a good way to go over all of the features and how to put use to them is to just go through how I would pack for an event. So I have a table full of stuff that all fits into this guy, and even with it all packed down, it still feels comfortable. Things still lie close to the body and feels snug, and the load stays stable and doesn't move on you. I sometimes don't even realize I'm wearing the pack, even when I've got bottles and gear and everything in it. So first, vertical zippered pocket in the back. It's big enough that you can take the essentials, but not so big that you'll take stuff that you might not ultimately need and will be just extra weight. So I like to put my toiletries back there. So I won't need that all the time. Electronics, so I keep a charging stick for Garmin and for cell phone. Headlamp, backup headlamp, front blinky, and either a windproof shell or waterproof shell, depending on the race and temperatures. And all of that just goes right on in. There's still actually a fair amount of room left for stuff, so I haven't actually packed this to stuffing, so plenty of room, fits good. The rest of the stuff I can just do with the pack on. First thing is enclosure system. So I like the way that the vest is enclosed, the way it's fitted to you, rather than a series of side straps, load straps, sternum and chest straps and belts. Two bungees that are easy to just, there's a hook, bungee pulls over, goes onto the hook, and then there is a little cinch. So you really shouldn't have to redo it once you've done it. This is accommodating even if I have like another layer underneath. I don't have to redo it. But there's quite a lot of bungee to accommodate within a size. So the sizing is also very generous. Bottles. One note is it doesn't come with bottles. I a little bit wish it did, because the bottles that it would come with, the UltrAspire Ultra Flask hybrid bottle, I really like. So you could use any bottles you want. You could use a true soft flask. You could really use a regular round bottle if you wanted to. These are really nice because they're kind of semi-soft. They still hold their shape really well, so they're still really easy to get in and out of the pockets. They don't fall down like a true soft flask, and they are soft enough that they're not going to cause a rubbing and abrasion and bruising on your chest like I've found with packs over the years. They're also this really nice curvature that just happens to just hug really well in this position. Bottles can also go on the rear pockets. So they go right back there. They fit nice. Also kind of hugs the curvature with these bottles. So ultimately you can put 2 bottles up front, 2 bottles out back, and 20 ounces a bottle, 80 ounces. It's like you have a hydration pack anyway. I tend to just use the 2 up front, 2 to start, maybe 1 at night. If you don't put a bottle up here, this is a lot of room to put gear, to put food, you name it. Next, this is a company that tackled where to put trekking poles really well. A lot of companies, it's just not feasible to do it where they say to do it because it's kind of over the back. I don't know. It's like you're trying to put arrows in a quiver. It really isn't that functional. For them, there are these rear bungees, a pair of them, that are meant for exactly this. And with a little practice, it's not bad. That just reach behind you. You go in, and just go over the other side. And they go in. So, easy peasy. If you want, you can even cinch those down so that they barely move on you. And easy to get on and off that same way. Front pockets. So you have an upper rear magnetic pocket that is sweat proof. They call it the pill pocket for like electrolyte tablets. I tend to put my collapsible cup there.
My cups cost more than 15 cents.
All right, fuck the cup. Pour it in my hand for a dime.
For easy access. One of the main reasons I like this vest, and the reason that I picked it as one that I wanted to try out, is I like to have a lot of my nutrition accessible, but not at the sacrifice of not having bottles here. So I really like side pockets. Some companies do side pockets, but they do them as zippers, which I find annoying, both for accessing them and also because zippers right here, rubbing at the arms, not comfortable. So really like this. They're deceiving how much stuff you can put them in, them. You can probably put 10 to 12 normal size gels. I use little larger gels, so I usually put about a half a dozen of those on the side. And they're just, it almost seems like you can just keep shoving stuff in here and it will just allow you to do so. So, easy peasy. Same thing on the other side. I mean, at this point, I can very easily have a couple of thousand calories on me if I really wanted to. Next, upper front pocket. You have a zippered pocket here that I like to put extra batteries for headlamps, some spare bungee and shoelace, just for repairing gaiters or to lend a hand to repair something else. And that zipper's right up. So I do kind of wish that this was some more utility-oriented pocket that was a little bigger and maybe more versatile, but it's pretty good. Let's see, the other thing with the rear pockets, if I'm not going to be using them for bottles, I tend to use them for other things I want to access some point without taking the pack off. So I might put arm warmers, hat, beanie, and light gloves, and I can just take that shove that right in there, and that's not going anywhere. The other side, I might shove a heavier pair of gloves, or I might have some additional nutrition stuff. Or I might want to put another waterproof shell in there. That's easy too. So even with this thing all packed down, it's comfortable. I can move. I can get to everything I need, except for, I guess somebody might be able to get to the zipper pocket, but not me. But it is easy enough that a volunteer or something, I can just say, hey, that zipper right there, that's vertical. Can you just snag that, grab that for me, zip it right back up? Or it's easy enough to take the pack off and put the windshields back on. So, overall, like I said, small downfalls to the vest. Doesn't come with bottles, but that also keeps the price way down. It's a fraction of the cost of a lot of other vests or packs. It doesn't accommodate a bladder, but like I said, there's lots of other vests that do. This one allows you to carry more than enough hydration. So UltrAspire, I know, might not be at the forefront of some people's searches for finding a vest, but I think they should be a company that people look at. They make products with a lot of feedback from athletes and people that put these into use every day, and they have a lot of people at the company, the owner included, that have a lot of experience from many decades of doing exactly this kind of products. It's something that is functional. Like I said, it's versatile. I think it meets enough needs for people. And overall, I've been very happy with it, and I think a lot of other people would too. They don't overcomplicate things. But as a person who loves every place to put something, I'm very satisfied with it. So if it's a running vest you're in the market for, I think it's one you should at least give a look to. Thanks, and have a good one.